soprano recorder, like the normal one I play, but about twice as big, 1 octave lower, and yeah, kind of different. It's in the same key, but yeah, instead of like this, sounds like this. So you can play the same songs with the same finger placement and everything, just it sounds deeper. And I like to play this on stage and just every day, kind of when I'm playing on a recorder. It's nice to do something a bit different. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I might do a little bit of harmonica as well. People are arriving. Hello, everybody. Hello, Adam. Hello, Apple Army. Hello, Angry something. Hello, Galaxy Guy on VR. Hello, TGG Records. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. Instead, I spent my time just playing my recorder. With my big Tenor recorder. This is my new Tenor recorder. I'm also planning a tour. I'm planning a tour and I want to do a tour and then next year, maybe a little bit into 2027, in Australia and the UK. So if you have any places you'd like me to consider going in Australia and UK, put them in the comments. And also subscribe to my YouTube because I'll be announcing when those shows will be as I go. Crunchy water, my favorite thing to munch on is crunchy water. You can even eat it when you're playing the recorder. Crunchy water, crunchy water. Share it with your mum and dad or your son or daughter. It's a better snack food than you ever thought of. Crunchy water. Hi Gashio. Hi Christian Official. How you going? Hope you're having a nice day. My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. It is underneath me and I am on top. Next level life powers I've unlocked. Hey Sakura, I'm glad that I'm one of your favorite YouTubers. I appreciate that. As a new instrument, I got a little harmonica. Our Christian asked if I'm on Spotify. I am indeed. I have now got about 20 songs on Spotify. I had another question too. Can I do Ode to Joy? Manuel, I just tried it to do Ode to Joy on the harmonica, which I'm a bit new to. I'll do it on the recorder. There's Ode to Joy for Manuel. Hi Calvin, welcome. You're about to go to school? Yeah, I'm doing this one in a time zone for UK because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to do a tour in Australia and a tour in the UK. And I just wanted to let everybody know that that's going to happen and to let me know places that you'd like me to go and also to subscribe to my YouTube so that you find out when I announce when the shows will be. Okay, just going through the questions. Question time. My name is Richard, I'm sitting in the corner. Titan said, when I'm becoming a lawyer. Doggy Jr. said, please come to Minnesota. I'm not quite sure where that is. Can you let me know? Someone said, play watercolor, please. I don't know what that is. Goober said, how's the corner been? It's been really nice, thanks. It's been cornery. Okay, the comments are going a bit quick. I'm just going to put it on slow mode so that I can keep up. Just a moment. Message delay, slow mode. Sorry about this. It's just that if the comments go too quickly, I keep missing out on them. And I don't want to miss out because I'm interested to see what you got to say. I wish there was a way to make it so slow mode was always on. That would be good. Now slow mode's on. Okay, just having a little look back. If you said anything, which I missed out, say it again now. Manuel asked me if I can play Ode to Joy. I just did. My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. It is underneath me and I am on top. Next level life powers I have unlocked. Minnesota borders Ontario and Wisconsin. I don't know where those places are either, dude. Is it Canada? Is it Canada where it is? Questions. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. Instead I spent my time just playing my recorder. If there's any places you'd like me to consider in Australia or the UK for my next tour, let me know the place names, okay? Somebody said, what's my most popular song of tours that you've ever made? The most popular songs on my tours are Crunchy Water, Sitting on a Rock, and Recorder in the Corner. Somebody asked me, are you a fan of the Flight of the Conchords? I don't really know their work, actually. I probably should, because I'm a New Zealander, so I should probably look it up, but I don't really know their work. I've heard they're really good. If it's possible to come to the USA, I'd like to sometime, yes. By the way, it's pronounced Minnesota. Minnesota. Okay. Sorry, I said your town's name wrong. That's the new little toy I've got. Having a nice little day today. Having a nice little day. Mostly practicing on my Tenor recorder, which is the biggest one I've got. Crunchy water, my feet seem to munch on this crunchy water. You can even eat it when you're playing the recorder. Crunchy water. Let's look at some questions. Are you a fan of cinema? Depending on what's on. I put on my concerts at cinemas. Like my last one was at Roseville Cinemas in Sydney. And I might have another one there shortly too. Maybe for Christmas. I'll have to announce that soon. If you want to know when my concerts are and to get early pre-release tickets as well, you go to richardtickets.com and there's a mailing list you can sign up for. Just looking through the questions. Yeah. Sakura's going. See you later. Eureka said, nice tenor recorder, thank you. Can I come to Salem in USA? Maybe one day. Can I say a couple of numbers? I don't know the significance of it, so I'm probably not going to. Orangey's here. Hey, Orangey, how are you going? Orangey from East Sussex. I should go to East Sussex, De La War Pavilion, where Sophie Alex Bextor does her shows. Oh, she's a nice singer. This is a song that's for Orange. He's totally awesome and not cringe. Not many things rhyme with orange, but it's orangey. Orangey. More things rhyme with orangey than orange, I'd say. Yeah. This is a song that's for Orangey. The coolest guy that would ever be. If you don't already subscribe to Orangey, go and find his social media and YouTube as well, and also go subscribe to his as well, because his stuff is really cool. You're amazing at making lyrics on the spot. You're amazing at making lyrics up on the spot. Lyric making abilities you have got. It doesn't always work though, sometimes it's wrong. An example of that is the last part of this song. That's my song about making up lyrics on the spot. And I like the irony of it is that the last part of it didn't really work very well. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Because the good thing about live things is sometimes things happen that are unexpected. That's what I like about my concerts. And it can be unexpected. Once I was doing a concert, right, and there was all sorts of audience there. There were kids or teens or adults, and a little girl at the front. She was about 3 years old, and there was a little bit of silence between songs, and she goes, "I don't like that one." It was really funny, and everybody in the audience laughed as well as me. And then I said, "I hope you like the next one." Then I did the next one, and after that one, she said, "I like that one." My name is Richard, and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. The lyrics are on the right way round, they're not out of order. I haven't got too much stuff, I'm not a hoarder. Do I know where Florida is? I do indeed. It's a true story, Orangey. That kind of thing happens quite a lot. It's quite nice. I guess because of the demographic of who comes to my shows. I also I do stand-up comedy as well. And when I lived in the UK, I often did stand-up comedy in places which you don't usually have stand-up comedy. Like sometimes it was at care homes, And I remember at one care home, I got up and was doing my stand-up comedy, doing some jokes. Then I got out my recorder, and this lady at the back goes, "Oh no, 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 no!" And then somebody next to her said, "Shut up, Janice." That was one of my favorite times in stand-up comedy. Somebody asked how much this recorder is. It was in Australian dollars. It was about, I think it was about $100 Australian dollars. I'm not sure what that is in your currency. God save the king or queen. Excuse me. How about some requests? Do I play recorder for a living? I guess playing recorder is part of what I do for a living. I make songs which have recorder. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, kind of. Song 8686. Hey, thank you very much for the gift, okay? Song 8686. Grandma Shirley's your biggest elderly fan who is 89 and watching you from Hillsborough, Ohio. That's really great. That's lovely. Grandma Shirley. I really appreciate Grandma Shirley. What rhymes with Shirley? What would it be? Shirley. There's not a lot that rhymes with Shirley. This is a lovely challenge. Shirley. Shirley. Help me out, somebody. What rhymes with Shirley? This is a little Shirley song. I hope Shirley will sing along. Shirley is lovely and she's strong. Oh, Curly. This song that is for Shirley. Your hair might be straight or it might be curly. When she spins around in circles, it would be whirly. And it's about all the songs that rhyme with Shirley. I've got an auntie, Shirley. Yeah. Shirley. Would I go to Cairns or Darwin in Queensland in the Northern Territory? I might do. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, friend Star-425. I hadn't thought about that. Anyway, yeah, thank you, song 8686 Productions, and all the best wishes to lovely Shirley. Friend Star-425, sign up for my mailing list at richardtickets.com, and I will look into Cairns, Darwin in Northern Territory. I'm not sure. Somebody said, how long can I hold a note? I'll do that with this recorder. Can somebody time me, okay? Get ready to time me, and we'll see how long I can time the note, okay? Getting ready? That's how long I can do a note. Hey. Aiden, thank you much for the gift, Aiden. I appreciate it very much, Aiden, okay? My name is Richard, I'm sitting in the corner. I can do that little song for you. Did anyone note how long I did the note for? 45 seconds. Okay. Oh, I could do better than that. Something night. Have I performed in Manchester? I did Britain's Got Talent in Manchester, but I haven't done anywhere else. I should. I will go to Manchester when I do a UK tour for sure. But I promised that for Aiden Dean, this is a little song for Aiden Dean. It's the nicest person that's ever been. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. Instead I spent my time just playing my recorder. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. If recorders turned to robots, they would be a transformer. I think I might have some kind of social disorder. I actually improvised. When I originally recorded Recorder in the Corner, I actually did it in about 6 minutes, and I sat in the corner. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what rhymes were going to be. So I just sat there and made up some rhymes and then edited it down to my favorite ones. And the recorder solo, I just improvised it on the spot. Azure asked if I'd put my songs on Spotify, and I already have lots of songs on Spotify, which is about 18 or 19 or 20 songs on Spotify. Friend Stardash said, Cairns or Darwin aren't very populated. You meant if I'd visit them? Yeah, I'd like to. People say nice things. Kelpie, you should totally sing something with my nickname. If your nickname's Kelpie, tree, green, B, C. It's a little song that's for Kelpie. The most awesome person you could ever see. They walk along the ground and they climb up a tree. And once they got chased by a bee. Luckily, they didn't get stung by the bee, because one thing about Kelpie is they're allergic to bees. I don't know if Kelpie is allergic to bees, but that's how I'm going to end this song. Thank you, Kelpie, for the gift, okay? Appreciate it. That's your little song. Little questions, question time. Do auto recorder. Play, I don't know, an actual flute. Recorders are flutes. They are a part of the flute family, so they are a flute. I also play the flute as well, but on the social media, people seem to care more about my recorders. This is my tenor recorder, which is in the same key as a flute, in the same like level. Like a C on this sounds like a C on the flute. That kid in Intro 3 started playing recorder today. That's lovely. It's a nice instrument. I've got some advice for you with it. Make sure you have fun with it, and make sure you be patient, because it can take a little while. Drew Gamer said flute is better and goes high. Flute, I think it's just different. I like the articulation you can do on a recorder is more varied than you can do on a flute, and that's what I like. Like on a recorder, you can go like. I like the articulation. It's my favourite thing in a recorder. Also, I like, oh my goodness, is that David Hoare? He is here. David Hoare is a lovely man from the UK who is a friend from my stand-up comedy, and I was recently on his lovely podcast talking about the morning and my morning routine. Alexandria Thompson and their daughter likes my music. I appreciate that, Alexandria. And you spoke about recorder. Yes, I did indeed, David. You know what would have been really weird, David? Is if I went on your podcast and I had the recorder with me, just didn't mention it. That'd have been funny, wouldn't it? People listening wouldn't have noticed because they wouldn't have seen it if they're listening. But people watching would be like, what's with the recorder? Why isn't he talking about it? And people who knew me would be like, Richard, you're nothing without the recorder, Richard. Why are you even here? Hey, Orangey, meet David Hoare. Both lovely UK people. That went a bit wrong. You know what's fun about doing things live and improvising live is things go wrong. And this is my new little instrument I got for my birthday. Chimney, you'd like to go to my concert here in Italy? Oh, I'd love to go to Europe. I'd love to tour Europe. Italy. People in Poland want me to go there. People in Germany want me to go there. In Italy. I'm new at this. Other questions. What's the most difficult song you've learned on the recorder? Probably either... Either that or this one. That's pretty difficult too, I must admit. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Sometimes people spend their whole lifetime trying to master Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Did you know that? Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know how it's true? Because I just made it up. Yeah. Oh, tenor recorder. Keep thinking about the tenor recorder. I should sing it in the lower key as well. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. What was the Irish jig tune you just played? David Hoare was Shipping Up to Boston. It's a punk rock song from the 70s. Look it up. It's called Shipping Up to Boston. It's a really cool song. It's got like metal guitars behind it. I like Celtic music. Celtic music is some of my favourite. Yeah, Celtic music's really good. It's some of my favourite bands. Probably my favourite band growing up was the Cranberries. Willow the Theory and came to my concert. Awesome. Yeah. Was that the Sydney one or my last London one? And Cohen Paul likes my music. Thank you. I'm glad you like my music. I'm looking at doing a tour next year around Australia and also around UK. So, let me know places that you'd like me to go in Australia and the UK. That's called God Save the King or Queen. It's the UK national anthem. It's called God Save the King or Queen. It's actually, the full name of it is actually God Save the King or Queen, delete as appropriate. That's the full name of the national anthem. God save the King or Queen, delete as appropriate. And you got to delete as appropriate depending on whether the current monarch is the King or the Queen. Would I go to David Hoare's house and meet his dog? I would indeed, yes. And we would definitely do some work together and have fun together. London or Cornwall? Whereabouts in Cornwall? I like Cornwall. Whereabouts should I go in Cornwall? Maybe Launceston, because that's kind of bordering Cornwall and Devon, isn't it? Maybe St. Austell? Maybe? Maybe. My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. There you go. Sydney looks like it's getting warmer. Sydney is getting warmer. I'm looking at doing a Christmas show in Sydney. I'm not looking at it. I've got it booked. I just haven't shared it with anyone yet. I'm just getting all my pictures and stuff together to put the tickets up on sale. Yeah. A Sydney show. I'm trying for a Sydney show and a Sydney Christmas show and a matinee, so an afternoon show, to see if that works. See if people come along. I think they should. Less Irish. Play it normally with more feeling. Now, everything... Oh, whenever I play songs, they turn out Irishy or Celtic. Yeah. Maybe Penzance or Truro, maybe. Oh, yeah, good idea. Penzance or Truro. I must do Bristol. I know that's not in Cornwall, but it's not too far. If I don't get to Cornwall, I'll maybe at least do Bristol and Exeter. Exeter's an excellent place. My first ever fan was in Exeter. You might know this. David Hall might actually know Trevor. Trevor, a guy who was in Exeter. Bexhill, East Sussex. Yep. Of course, Orangey. Yeah, Trevor was my first ever fan in Exeter before I did music. And he was a really, really cool guy. And unfortunately, he passed away during COVID times. And I wrote a lovely song about him called His Name is Trevor. Yeah, that's one of my favorite little songs I've written. It's called the Sky Boat Song. I like the Sky Boat Song. It's a kind of traditional song. And traditional song, I think it's when there's a song when they don't know who wrote it, and they call it a traditional song. It's called Greensleeves. It's another traditional song. They don't know who wrote it. Some people say that it might have been King Henry the VIII, but it was just kind of, it was not quite the kind of songs that he wrote. So people have just said that it probably isn't. But it's a nice story, isn't it? I've got hiccups then. Thing about recorders, if you have hiccups, it's a little bit hard to play the recorder when you've got hiccups. What did Henry VIII write? He wrote many songs, David Hoare. He wrote a song called Pastime with Good Company, which is a lovely little song. He wasn't a nice guy, but he did write lots of lovely recorder songs, you know. And he wrote tons of them. He had 12 recorders. I've got 13 recorders, so better than King Henry VIII. Fun fact, one of my videos that I first did on YouTube was called The Worst Ever Composers According to the Number of Kills, like the amount of kills amount of people that the composer had killed. And King Henry was one of the composers that featured on that list. And his number of kills was about 3,000 to 4,000. So he was quite, he was about the middle of the list. Charles Manson, he was the bottom of the list. You know, he had some kills, not that many, but he had some. And he wrote songs. He wrote a song for the Beach Boys. Yeah, he did, Charles Manson. And the person with the number one amount of kills was Richard Wagner. Yeah, Richard Wagner was the one with the most number of kills. And the reason for that, they were indirect. It was indirect because Richard Wagner, his main, one of his fans, his big fans, was a guy who got into a lot of troublesome activity. He's from Austria in the 1940s. Yeah, and he caused a lot of trouble. And he was the inspiration behind the third, yeah, that thing. So that's why Richard Wagner was the worst composer ever, according to number of kills. Hey, Jeff, you're the one who inspired me to join a band. Oh, that's awesome. Duh. I hope you have a lot of fun with your band. That's great. I have been here half an hour and I need to go and get on with my day and do some more things. I've got to keep planning on my tour for next year. And I've got a new song which is coming out, which I'm going to my music producer, Scotty Boom Boom's house to listen to the final master, which I'm looking forward to. And then I'll be releasing that soon. Sometimes people don't realize that they aren't subscribed to me on YouTube. And then they miss out on some of my videos. That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? So if you aren't subscribed already, subscribe. But most of all, okay, most of all for today, I need you to be nice and have a nice time, okay? Bit of a countdown, okay? 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow.